Okay.
Are you in?
I'm in and I'm
Okay.
rolling.
Yay. To Oahu.
This thing is so much more stable than it was here. Airframe oscillating full on. It's missing something here.
Did you close your side windows?
Boy. You know what? It's guys like you to keep guys like me out of trouble.
You're welcome.
What coffee say? My coffee is smooth to drink now. Thanks, Mr. Dark Wolf. Oh, I know.
No problem.
Surprised he's still going. We don't know what the flight is though.
Yeah, same. Well, the wings are still on, so I guess I'm doing something right. virtually every single radio station in Hawaii is terrible.
I heard the other day that if you use the GTN 750 from the GPU bar, so not as part of the plane, but with an additional flight window, you still get power from the battery. So wouldn't drain much.
When the Japanese attacked, they homed in on the Honolulu radio stations and guided on the signal, following strict radio silence.
Yeah, but that just shows the lack of preparation the US had. You know, how would anyone dare come halfway across the Pacific just to attack a couple of islands? You know.
Right, and they were
obviously didn't-
far more worried about sabotage on their aircraft that were on the ground than they were about an air attack. And they had them parked wingtip to wingtip, which made an easy target for the dive bombers.
Yeah, I mean that's just the sort of thing that, you know, if you expected an attack, you know, you'd have all your aircraft dispersed and, you know, your fleet would be out of port and all the rest of it. I mean,
People in the ready room, ready to scramble, and
yeah, exactly.
combat air
you know.
patrol up. A total surprise.
Yeah, I know it's not a good way to enter a war or anything like that, but strategy-wise, Japanese got it right, didn't they?
Well, they nailed it.
Yeah.
The only thing they didn't count on was that the carriers would be out to sea.
Well, I don't know. I think the Japanese made a lot of mistakes. Like,
They made a lot of mistakes once it became a naval battle. Yeah, over the geek making mistakes, but the actual initial attack was actually pretty well designed.
Quite successful. Like they had like 29 losses, and sank a bunch of capital ships and damaged a bunch of others.
I think they were a little bit unlucky
of aircraft on the ground.
They were a little bit unlucky that they couldn't get the carriers, because then the war in the Pacific would have been very different, I guess.
no, they were saying that there were aircraft carriers that were in Pearl Harbor that they could have hit, but they didn't. And they didn't go after the fuel storage.
Didn't go after the fuel storage, but that was supposed to be the third wave that Nagumo decided not to launch. But there weren't any carriers in the harbor during the attack. They were out at sea.
Yeah, but I think that's what I meant. If the carriers had been there, if they had been sunk, then the war is very different. Without any carriers.
We're chewing up these 80 miles pretty quick.
Yep. You can do that at 200 plus knots.
Seems like you guys aren't even going that fast. I mean, I'm going at least 160 indicated. I don't even know my true airspeed. So my GPSs are broken. But it doesn't seem like it. Well, maybe it is 180 knots at this altitude.
300 knots, whatever it is in knots, I think 80 or something.
Yeah, that'd be 90 knots, I think.
Either the NXI got updated or something. Maybe that's one. I don't know.
Not today.
I believe it did with the sim upgrade.
Well, yeah, I know that, but I didn't see there was any updates when I booted the sim. It must be that GTN mod. I have to repair that. That must be causing problems.
Even if you have another can we switch to the 530 or the G1000? Depending on
couldn't really hear what you said.
Yeah, your volume is really low. I had a hard time
Again,
picking you up.
I was wondering if this is really if it's the G7550 which is the problem. Why should it affect the other GPS systems?
It's a lot of stuff's intertwined with the sim.
Has anyone tried that new traffic module?
Which one?
Yeah, no, I don't care enough about traffic to
Yeah, the
try
one.
any of that stuff.
Yeah, I downloaded it, installed it, and everything, and I was going nuts earlier this week. Took me 3 days to figure it out. That's what was crashing my sim.
Hmm.
And I unloaded that, downloaded it, deleted it, and the sim's working now. And I was fighting with it all freaking week.
If it makes you feel better, I can't fly any lower than 3,000 feet over the island we're heading to
Why
without
Why
not?
is
causing
that?
massive stuttering.
Really? Okay.
Like it locks it down to like 1 frame per like every 30 seconds.
That's a slideshow. Probably your graphic settings are whacked.
You haven't
Doesn't
got a
do it.
crazy add-on, have you?
I did. I got rid of it. I rebooted and it was, but it still did it.
Okay, so we might be heading for Stutterfest then.
Well, me, not you.
Well, we'll see.
I flew over Pearl Harbor earlier today and I didn't have any issues.
Hey, DN, what is your RPM and manifold pressures at?
At the moment, I'm pushing 60 on the manifold, 3,000
60?
revs. Yeah, maxed it.
Okay. You're not afraid
Won't
you're
last
gonna
long.
blow the oil?
Yeah, I'm just throttling back now. I do this all the time. I reach for a drink and my knee hits the throttle and pushes it forward because I have it so loose. The amount of times I push it forward with my knee, it's ridiculous.
I say you're cruising almost 300 knots.
Yeah.
Really
I'm
pushing that thing.
back to 35 and 25. Sorry, 26.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, Dragon, I was pushing 300 knots before I realized I was really moving some air.
There you
Well,
go.
how
I'm
high?
slowing down to you.
What altitude are you cruising at? Because I think I've lost all you guys now. You guys were appearing
I'm up.
before, now I think you've just disappeared.
I'm up at 11,000 feet.
Oh.
I'm at 84 feet.
5,000 air.
Yeah, 6,000. I would still be able to see you at 11,000. I would, if I look up.
There you go, Dragon. I'm back at 225 knots.
Nice. It's not that because you're going too fast. I just want to blow your engine.
Thank you. You got fuel?
I got fuel, yeah.
If his
Nice.
engine stress is even enabled.
You know what? I can't remember. Can you do it in the tablet?
Yes. In the settings.
Yeah, it's on.
What are your stresses looking like? The percentages, damage percentage.
Left and right are temperature's okay. RPM's at 70%. I can't quite read that. I have to lean forward.
Yeah.
70%.
That's bad.
Yeah, it's still flying. It's fine.
Yeah.
Worry about it when it goes pop.
blow an engine, no worries, you got another one.
Well, exactly.
For the life of me, I cannot get rid of those aux tanks. The mechanic must have kept the installation pig. Should have checked that flag.
You got all 3 of those switches on that box up?
Yeah.
Ooh.
But I
Has
haven't
problems.
updated the P-38 for a while.
Had problems dropping it the other day, and then I was hitting all the buttons, everything, and I stopped for a while and came back up, and guess what? The tanks were gone. Make sure in your fuel settings you got those tanks set to 0 too.
Okay.
Is it the drop tanks?
Yeah.
I think I don't have those set to 0.
Yeah, I can't see any of you. And I had this problem on Thursday's flight too. And everyone disappeared at some point, never reappeared the rest of the flight. And I checked my servers and everything.
How do you
You're
get rid of the drop
in,
tanks?
You're in the Beach 18, aren't you?
Yeah, well, you guys will probably be able to see me. I just can't see you.
I see you at mile 6, so you're there. I see you.
Well, I know I'm there for you guys. I just can't see any of you, and I know there's something wrong because I saw you at the beginning and you just disappear and then never reappear. I'm really having some bad stuff in my sim these last few days. I'll just reinstall the sim and just make my problems go away, or
Probably more work than you need to do.
I mean, if fellow flyers' planes aren't showing up, and I mean, it's repeatedly happening.
Hit the backspace key and then hit it again, see what happens.
What's that supposed to do?
Well, if you hit the backspace key when you're flying and you see everybody, it'll make the labels go away.
Oh, it's late. Oh, it really turns them. I thought it's a mod. You need to turn the labels on and off.
Oh yeah, it is. You're right, and it's not working for me right now either. So.
It's part of the sim.
Never mind.
You can map a key to toggle the nameplates on and off. It's part of the sim these days.
Yeah, you don't need a mod to do it now.
I have to
But you
map
do need to find it.
my joystick.
Nice day after Hawaii. I'm getting tired of Alaska rain. That's a good flight, Endeavour Expo. Nice job on the flight plan.
Thank you, sir. Tried to cover most of it. I think we did. We'll get a little time over Pearl and the Missouri and Memorial and stuff, and we'll get to see some of the other stuff. I've got some historical notes here that I'll drop on you as we get to the appropriate locations.
Makes for really nice flights when when you're able to pull out some of the local lore and local attractions and just the history in itself, which just gives a little bit more of an immersion and depth of where you're flying.
I agree. I mean, it's part of the fun of the sim is you get to learn new stuff when you fly to places you're not familiar with.
Alright, well, I turned nameplates on. Now I can actually see you guys. Like, but the problem is I can't see the planes. Like, I can see all the tags, but no planes. I think maybe your plane just disappears because of the fact I don't have it. I guess whatever airline sprite appeared when you're on takeoff, I guess just disappeared.
Are you sure that you're close enough? Because I don't see your plane either. I just see your nameplate, but we are a few miles apart.
Yeah, you're too far away to see the aircraft that are over the island now.
I don't know. I would see your lights though. That's much easier to see. I think there's a problem. I think that I don't see anything. Like I'm almost at Wayland's position. I don't see that thing. It's just like a blank name tag. Yeah, it says P-38.
Then you're very far off.
No, I'm pretty sure there's some.
First leg, and I'm on the second leg already here.
No, like I said, even miles away, I would see your lights. And Wayland is like, I'm literally about to pass him, and I don't even see his lights. There's something wrong with my sim.
Wait till we have our break. Let's see if you can see the planes, because at the moment it's not unusual not to see a plane just too far apart. We touching going here or just flying over?
Go ahead and make a full stop landing here, and let's get everybody caught up. As soon as we get everybody here, then we'll head up to the North Shore.
Dark's already away on the next leg.
I can't fly over that. I can't fly over that spot. It just stutter fested so hard.
Oh wow, yeah, I'm down to 40 frames now.
I was basically locked in one spot for a good 2 minutes. I'll circle out at sea.
Okay. Airfield here somewhere.
Boy, the comp in between pressing the brakes and steering the brakes, I'm kind of like all over the runway, like I was born to just park there, and this thing's gonna.
Yeah, once you get it in your head that you can differential brake and steer at the same time, it comes quite naturally.
And use differential power.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you really want to complicate things. You might want to dial down the sensitivity a bit, AK, so you can get a big initial movement with little rudder movement, and then have it go full rudder on full extension.
Hey, one thing about the sensitivities, I've never really been able to figure out, and I've heard people go, well, if you adjust your sensitivities, then you'll get more resistance, but I haven't been able to actually come up with a mathematical idea of how that is actually shown on the sensitivity graphs. You guys wouldn't happen to know where there's like a YouTube video talks about that, would you?
I think there is one. I seem to remember one that's interesting. Yeah. But it's definitely worth the effort, because the rudders I'm using at the moment, they don't have a centre stop at all, so you can basically dance on the pedals without any resistance.
Oh yeah.
So you kind of want less. You probably still want it linear, but probably a little bit less sensitive.
Okay. Well, I'll play with it, see if I can. Yeah, because right now it's like, with hardly any resistance, it's really easy to overcorrect just because there's, it's kind of like just stepping on a stick, and you don't have any resistance. It's like, great.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want, is effectively.
Looks like somebody landed without the gear.
Yeah, Rexpo, you need your wheels down.
My wheels are down.
Oh, okay.
It didn't look like.
It looked like you were doing a pretty low pass there.
I had my gear down. Sure.
Wow. Somehow I got rid of those tanks and I didn't even know it.
That's the same thing happened to me the other day. And it must have saved the state because when I logged in this morning, I had no tanks. That worked very well for me. I don't use them
Now I
anyway.
see. You guys landed at Papa Hotel Juliet Romeo. Because I was wondering why I am all alone at Papa Hotel Delta Hotel. Okay, guys, hurry up! Come up here.
Moving? No, not quite.
The only light I see is the Pappy lights.
Well, I see your Bonanza and I see your lights.
Well, I'm sure you do. I don't know what I guess could possibly be happening that I can't see any traffic.
But I can empathize because I have been on a number of these flights and had shit go wrong, and it's the most frustrating thing in the world. My recommendation is make everything as simple as you can and just try and enjoy the flight. And you can work on it all afternoon if you want. It's the most frustrating fucking thing that I've ever dealt with. Is
How do you
just
get
Wow.
how do you get rid of the drop tanks again?
there's a box on the side to arm. It's on the side just behind your throttles.
Yeah.
It says bombs or tanks,
Yeah.
and there's two switches at the bottom, and you have to arm those, press those on, and then the center switch you have to press on, and those two lights should come on to state that they're armed. And then on your yoke, on the left-hand side of your yoke, is a red button, a red lever, and you press that. No, that's dive flaps. Never mind. It's the release arm drop tanks. It's on the top buttons on the yoke.
Okay.
Or you can, as you're on the ground, if you go to the tablet and load out, then you just switch to medium range and it'll get rid of the drop tanks for you.
Yeah, you can do that too.
But I don't think that works in the air.
Never tried it in the air.
Awesome. Got rid of them.
Okay, everybody down?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dart's holding out to sea because he's got Starfast.
Our next stop is going to be Dillingham Airfield. And Dillingham, the first runway there was built by the U.S. Army in 1941. It was home to some P-40 fighter planes that actually responded to the attack on Pearl Harbor later that year. After the war, the territory and then later the state of Hawaii signed a bunch of leases with the Army's consecutive leases allowing private operators to fly out of there. And there's a lot of sailplanes and stuff that fly out of there now, and they've just concluded a long-term lease from the Army that's going to allow them to keep the field in operation. It was threatened with closure, and looks like they're going to be able to keep it going for a while. It's quite a popular stop for GA in Hawaii. So we'll go head out, do a touch and go at Dillingham, and then we'll head east to Makaha, which is a well-known surfing spot, if I'm not mistaken. And we'll turn east, and then when we get out, according to the flight plan at Makaha, we'll turn south. When we do that, we'll be generally following the path of the first waves of Japanese fighters and dive bombers attacking Wheeler Field. They first attacked the Wheeler Field, and then some of them shot over to Kaneohe, and they shot up the planes there because they wanted to minimize any American response. But the planes at Wheeler were an easy target because they were parked wingtip to wingtip. So anyway, as you overfly Wheeler, make a mental note of that, and then we head on to Ford Island. So we're ready. We can rock and roll.
Coming for you, Dart.
Alright. This is gonna be really a pain in the butt when I come back to inland. Whatever it is, when I get close to the island, my hard drive starts going nuts.
Yeah, there's definitely something up with it because I lost half my frames on that airfield.
I didn't lose any.
Me neither.
And didn't lose frames, but I did have a couple of mini freezes.
Well, if anything works on my sim, it's the frame rate. Like, it hasn't had a problem at all for me. I just lost everything else except like the airplane's basic physics of flight. That still works.
Well, shit! I just had a crash to desktop.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Be
crap.
damned.
Oh.
All right, y'all go ahead. I want to go reboot and
Get a sledgehammer.
yeah, get a sledgehammer and probably meet you guys at Wheeler.
Yeah, copy.
Well, if you want to play Star Wars Squadron, let's play that. That never has any issues. And I got VR.
Pain in the ass.
One of the most sickening games I've ever played in VR. Just behind No Man's Sky.
Yeah. No Man's Sky never really worked that well in VR. Always had frame rate issues with that. Like more so than this.
Yeah, and you probably should turn your lights on so I can see.
Then again, that's probably the reason why Meta, the company, the metaverse is not going to work out because people don't want to like be in VR all the time.
Tell that to people in VR chat 24 hours a day.
Oh, like those 10-year-olds?
They're
No,
not.
like,
No.
no.
There's more adults in VR chat than 10-year-olds. It's the rec room kids that are 10-year-olds.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, you have a point about that.
Hit a couple of serious towers over here.
Yeah,
they get
some
some
big ones.
altitude to them.
Can never remember if they're physical or not.
I got some fall colors here in Hawaii.
Yeah, same.
Speaking of fall colors, have you guys
Oh yeah, that's right. I was thinking.
debated the fall trees and leaves that just came out? I think it was Orbix, I want to say.
No, it was Rex? AccuSeason?
Oh,
I'm
maybe that was it.
still running the Four Seasons mod that late whatever the latest version was that got updated months ago.
Bijan?
Yeah, I'm still running that.
I switched to AccuSeason some time back.
How do you like it, Rexpo?
So far, so good. Haven't seen
Play.
make many changes in the trees, but I've been flying a lot in tropical stuff, so it's not going to show much there.
It shouldn't, but I was thinking that it actually was showing fall colors. Like you said, someone was seeing them right here, and then I saw them in Indonesia in a group flight. But I thought I was seeing something different. Maybe it was fall colors that were accidentally showing.
Yeah, those drop tanks make a lot of drag, don't they? Holy moly.
They sure do.
Oh yeah.
It's cruising now.
Oh, there looks like a nice beach to go snorkeling. Ooh. No halibut there. Well, assuming there's not.
Got mai though.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yep. Enjoying my snail's pace reload. Well, here's a happy thought. When we get up there, I'm just looking at the time. If you want to take 10 at Wheeler.
Yeah, copy.
Wheeler or Ford Island, either one kind of programmed for or set for our 10-minute halfway point, and either one will work. So if y'all want to do that at Wheeler, I'll join you there.
Okay. What's our next one?
Wheeler's on for a while. I don't think.
Yeah, no, you're going to Dillingham, and then you're going to turn south down the valley. And when you head for Wheeler, after you pass Makaha, if you're on the flight plan, Makaha isn't named on the plan, but it's on the little nav map. You're going to head south towards Wheeler, and you'll generally be following the path of the first wave of fighters and dive bombers on December 7th.
Somebody should have brought a 0.
Yeah, all you see is a Bonanza though. You didn't have it.
True, but just for kicks, I mean. Or maybe here an ME 109 or something, which is completely wrong here, but
Well, it's a Warbird. There's a paint out right now. I just saw it on Flight Sim.2 that has a Hellcat painted in Japanese colors that was captured. It was an actual capture.
Wow.
So they painted the meatball on it. And,
yeah, I think I also saw a livery for a Spitfire in German with German insignia.
I believe that's correct. Yes.
Because some of them were also captured by the Luftwaffe.
I think there's a Focke-Wulf in RAF colors too somewhere. It was captured.
This is a nice beach down here.
I can't see where you are, Dillingham?
Yeah, just past Dillingham, north coast.
Are you doing touch and goes, Dillingham?
Yeah.
Yes. Come on, Sam. Bless it. Getting molasses in January.
Boy, their displacement threshold on this runway goes about halfway down.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
All right, back in, going to Wheeler.
Oh, uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. No, we're fine. We're fine.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, well, we're not fine. I think not setting those flaps back up quick enough was what bit me.
Wheeler's not in the damn snow. Yeah, John.
The earth is sure red over here.
Oh,
Little
Eesh.
bounce there.
little bounce. It was actually a balloon, but kind of ballooned it a little bit. Or porpoised, or whatever you want to call it.
You're on the ground, right?
Yeah.
It's
There's a
all good.
It was a bit firm, but it was pretty smooth, and there's just a little bit of porpoising.
If you don't fly this bird all the time, you lose touch with it.
Well, I've been flying it a decent amount testing this beta, but I
Oh
just
yeah, okay.
haven't been doing a lot of landings with it. Just been testing like the trims and stuff, and like flight models.
I gotta change the right tire on that one. I think I blew it out.
Quick, call a pit crew.
Yeah. Boy, I just don't know what's. I must have had that parking brake set again. Yep. You know, it's funny because I've got a parking brake. I've got a key that's bound to the parking brake, but on the P-38, it doesn't seem to work unless I've been there with the mouse and clicking it. But that's okay. I'm still right side up, so.
Are we all down?
Where did Welland get to?
I do not know.
I'm on Port Island.
Oh, okay.
Guys, but I don't see anybody here right now, so...
Probably at a different runway.
If you're on Ford Island, you aren't where we are. We're at Wheeler, which is the leg before yields.
Oh hell, he went all the way to Ford. Play, okay. We had initially planned our 10-minute break at Ford, but we should do that here given the time. And then
Okay.
we'll overfly Ford.
Yeah, Welland, you get an extra 5 minutes.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, I'll wait for you here.
Yeah.
Wayland's ahead of the pack.
Hold the Ford. All right, let's break, guys. What do you say?
Yeah, let's
Good.
do that. Back in
All
10,
right,
yeah?
I've got 04. We'll be back at 14
Yeah, copy.
or 15, something like that.
What a thunderous group we are.
Indeed.
I got an F-22 Raptor right behind a bunch. Oh, that is too funny.
AK, I got like, what's it called? Vortices coming off your wingtips.
Oh, you do now? Oh, I'm sitting here.
Yeah.
Oh, I must have hit the dump switch. Oh no, that's right. I don't think the P-38 has wingtip dump switch. I don't know.
And the Cessna's probably wondering what all these jetliners are doing here.
There's Cessna here. AK, are you in the menu?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, okay.
I've decided I need to change my gear switches and actually have two individual switches for one up and one down, because when you use the same switch for up and down, it don't work too good.
I have mine
Oh,
set to one up or one down.
oh no, I was using I was toggling it, so I'd press the same button for getting it up and then
Yeah,
getting it down.
yeah, that's what I do.
And my parking brake problem was found out. I'm pressing an entirely different switch, thinking it was the parking brake when of course it wasn't. So yeah, new controls are a lot of fun, which they
That's
are.
dysfunctional.
Yeah, of which I am already.
You get to Fort Island, the Arizona Memorial and the Missouri are on the southeast side of it. I love the sound of the P-38.
Oh yeah.
What if anybody ever tried to put twin Merlins in it?
I'm going to be a little late getting airborne, so you guys blast off it up. I'll catch up.
Okay.
It is incredibly enjoyable. We'll blast off into the sky in your hot air balloon and just let the wind take you wherever. Pop in some nice chill music and have a drink and relax. Enjoy the show.
Yeah, I had a fun morning over the rooftops of Paris in mist with some banging jeans on. Good fun.
Once more onto the breach. Watch my sim decide to go back down to 1 frame every 30 seconds.
Oh, we are rolling now, aren't we?
Oi.
Wait, what?
Trying to chop me up to little pieces?
Yep. It's called
Okay.
a propeller salad.
Dean's trying to just smash into the ground as hard as he can.
When the Japanese commander Uchida saw that that they had attained complete surprise, he ordered his radio operator to send the code Tora, 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 which signaled to the fleet that they had, in fact, achieved surprise. A great flick, by the way.
Yeah, the movie is awesome. Very interesting.
Considered when it was done, it was quite groundbreaking because it used both American and Japanese actors, directors, film crews.
Yeah, because when that film was made, there must have still been quite a bit of built-in resentment stroke.
There was still some animosity. I know even, what is it, 1980, around in there sometime. I worked for a guy that had been a Marine in the South Pacific, and he still hated Japanese. Wouldn't buy a Japanese car or anything made in Japan.
Well, that's okay. It's all made in China now.
Yeah, I don't buy anything made in China if I can avoid it. Not that I have anything against the Chinese people. I don't. my closest friends are Chinese, as a matter of fact, but I fucking hate communists. The only good ones I ever saw were dead. And I'll shut up because we're not supposed to talk about politics on here. So.
No, I think that's fair. I think that's allowed.
Oh, good. The only good ones I ever saw were dead. Fuck them.
I'm just going to throw this out there. American components, Russian components, all made in Taiwan.
There you go.
That's a quote from a movie, by the way.
Well, yeah, Yamaha motorcycles made in Thailand.
Harley Davidson's made in Thailand these days.
Are you guys approaching NR, like Pearl Harbor now?
We're circling over Pearl.
Okay, I think I see one of you now. I changed aircraft, as you might be able to tell.
What are you in now?
You'll know soon enough.
Okay.
Like a bit faster.
Yeah, I think you can say that.
Now the airfield here on Ford Island isn't really an airfield anymore. You can tell it's grass.
Oh, watch out! You almost hit me at Mach 1.
Flying recklessly.
Wow, there's a lot of traffic down here.
Yeah, there is a fair amount. It's a very busy airport. You're close to Honolulu International too, so which shares space that used to belong to Hickam Field. Okay, I am right now headed down towards the mouth of the harbor, and we're going to fly over or fly along Waikiki Beach and downtown Honolulu. I'll keep it down to about 170 here, and anybody wants to make an extra orbit over Port Island, they can. We'll also be overflying it again later in the flight plan. On our way to Panda.
Let me know if you can see some smoke out of my plane. I got the flares going and everything. Well, I'm a little far away.
Sure know how to pack the houses in down here.
Yeah, the thing I don't like about Oahu is it's just very dense in places. In other places, it's very very spread out. But Honolulu itself and the suburbs of Honolulu are pretty packed tight. You fly past the Pearl Harbor entrance there, you'll see how narrow that entrance actually is.
Expo, I'm at your 4 or 5 o'clock-ish.
Okay, I'm looking. What am I looking for?
P-38.
Gotcha. AK, is that you?
Nope. Ain't a
Who's
dragon.
that? Dragon, where are you? My head on a swivel here. I don't see you.
Alright, I'll get closer.
Oh, gotcha. Now approaching Diamond Head, which is probably Hawaii's most recognized landmark. Geologists estimate. Oh, there you go. Hello, Dark.
Hello.
Scanbush,
Now I'm on your
picked
left
up
there,
a
Rexbo.
flea on you.
Thank you, appreciate that.
Rexbo, I'm on right on
Can
your
you
left.
elaborate?
You got a F-22 chasing you about.
Oh, I don't see it. Wait, is it stealth? Is it like off the radar for?
Anyway, Diamond Head was formed about 400 to 500,000 years ago, geologists estimate, during an eruption of the Ko'oalu volcano.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, can't say it with a mouthful of crackers though.
I'm having some scenery issues here. There's a giant hole in that crater. For me.
Do you have the any of the sceneries downloaded that I recommended?
The two that you recommended, yeah.
You should see more than a.
Good to me. Looks phenomenal.
Well, there's stuff in here, but I got this giant square hole in the mesh.
Square hole in the mesh.
Yeah.
Are you using any add-on mesh at all?
Not for Hawaii.
Okay.
I see it just fine.
Yeah, same. I don't have the add-ons.
Me neither. I have only the Pearl Harbor add-on, but not the full Diamond Head, and it's okay.
I don't recommend trying to land in the crater, by the way. Ask me how I know.
There's an actual tunnel that goes through the rim, by the look of it.
I believe
For
that's
road
correct.
access. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that would be right.
It looks. I mean, if you come to the UK, this is what a Stone Age fort looks like.
Apparently, there's something going on with this thing.
Oh, I got Rayler up there now. He's in an F-35.
Hey, there's one military plane I did buy.
Next volcanoes and high points up here is Coco Crater. It's another extinct volcano cone that
Oh shoot!
Oh
no!
What? No.
Oh, I almost crashed. I just pulled up in nick of time. See, I dove into the crater and I literally was about to hit it.
Maybe you should have stuck with the Beach 18.
Rexpo, you were saying the second crater is it older than Diamond Head?
I think they're about the same age, but I think they're certainly tied to the same volcano. I didn't take much information on it. If I copied anything. No, I didn't. That's all the information I have. Is what volcano it's tied to. Easy to find out though once I'm not flying.
I tried looking stuff up in the encyclopedia while I was having a cup of coffee, and it just doesn't bode well for cockpit resource management.
Copy that.
Yeah, the water masts around here aren't too bad, are they?
No, not terrible.
I have a question. This F-35 is a smoke mod, but I don't know if you'll be able to see it.
I have the F-35 and I can't see your smoke, so.
Oh, I have it turned off. Let me turn it on.
Is it a mod? Like an
It's a
additional
mod, yeah.
Then I wouldn't see it
F-35
anyway.
improvement mod.
I wouldn't even see it anyways.
Probably not.
They've really parked those houses all the way up into the valley too, haven't they? Man.
Oh yeah.
Well, they pack them in. Land's at a premium. A lot of the land here is state owned, and building on it's prohibited. That's so they can preserve the natural beauty of the place.
Right.
So where people can build, they pack them in tight. Damn jetliner doing
Jeez.
doing aileron rolls.
Yeah, I guess you don't have the F-35 then.
I
Well, you
don't
know where
own
we're
it.
gonna be next week. Oh, not
See,
this
but
flight, but we go to the leper colony. Is
even
our
I,
next flight, right?
even
Yeah,
I have the F-35, but because you have that improvement mod, I still see the jetliner.
Oh yeah, you gotta get that.
you'll see these high cliffs, or poly as they're called. And I can't tell you which, it's P-A-L-I. I can't tell you exactly which ones were because silly me didn't mark it. But when King Kamehameha invaded Oahu, because he was trying to get all of Hawaii under his reign, under his authority, they fought a big battle over here. He invaded with 10,000 warriors and fought the Oahu and backed them up against those cliffs. And rather than surrender, many of them jumped off the cliffs.
Yeah, and you got an F-22 on your tail.
Not for long.
Wait, you're saying F-22 is chasing me, but I don't.
DN's got one.
I got fleas.
At the end, he's whipping around this guy. He's
Pull
like,
up on me,
where'd he
Taylor.
go?
Let me see if I can see you. You don't look like an airliner from there. But you'll have to get closer.
Do a touch and go here at Kaneohe Bay, and then head on up the east side of the island. No, don't you dare crash the desktop on me again. Witch.
We're coming up on Wheeler pretty soon.
We're already at Wheeler.
You said we were TNG? I thought we were stopping.
We already stopped.
Well, we did.
Iceman down here in his discus.
Yeah.
Kaneohe Bay here.
So we are TNGing, right?
Yeah, touch and go right here.
This is a Marine Corps Air Station here, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
It's like the terminus of Interstate Highway, H3, if you can believe that.
Yeah, Kaneohe Bay is a Marine Corps Air Station now. It used to be a naval air station. There was one or two squadrons of PBYs that were stationed here in December of 1941, and they were attacked, and I think Japanese destroyed all but 6 of them in 2 strikes.
Wow.
PBYs weren't a threat to the planes themselves, but they were a threat to the carriers if they got out
Right.
and started a search pattern and found the carriers. It could have gotten very ugly for Admiral Nagumo.
Oh, look at that water mask. That's pretty bloody good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Goes out a way as well.
I say the F-35 is like the ultimate bush plane. It just lands vertically.
The
You got
ultimate,
$100 million to spare.
the ultimate bush
pretty
plane
neat.
is the Pelican, if we're all being serious.
Yeah, exactly. That's the best bush plane.
Pelican?
Yeah.
The Halo dropship.
Oh, right. Honestly, when I think Halo, I think of just like really bad gamers. Although, yeah, the ship itself is pretty cool to fly. I only flew it once, but yeah, I wish it could go supersonic. It should be able to, right? It's like an airliner
Should be
speed.
able to drop from outer space, but you know, give and take.
You know, if you zoom all the way up, go to the maximum altitude, you could, like, all the land would disappear. It'd be like the
Oh,
Earth
you
is
are
like
the
completely covered in
F-35.
water.
Do aileron roll. Now you're too far away. I can't see you. See your lights though.
Could you overstress this plane? I think your body gets overstressed first,
The
right?
F-35 does not overstress before the human body.
Yeah, probably that's what I thought.
Yeah, and the computers
Same as
won't
the
let you do it anyway.
Yeah.
Well, there's probably an override switch for that, isn't there? Ah.
No,
Not in
there
that
isn't
one.
actually. Not in the F-35, there isn't.
Well, we don't even know it's in the real F-35. A lot of it's not even declassified.
I'm saying nothing.
I neither confirm nor deny.
I read that you cannot fly, or you shouldn't fly the F-35 at supersonic speed unless you actually have to because of the paint job. Seems this anti-radar paint peels off if you fly too fast.
Sounds about right. Yeah, because the Typhoon just won't fly without computers. Full stop.
Is anyone gonna watch the F1 race? Guess tonight for
Uh,
me, but during the day for y'all.
Oh,
it was this morning for me.
Oh, it was this morning?
Yeah, it's
Japan,
isn't it?
right? Yeah. Oh, don't tell me what happens. I think.
I thought it was tonight.
Oh, sorry, the race. Yeah, qualifying was
Qualifying
this
was
morning for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, the race is tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for me.
It's at 2 a.m. for me. Or no, it's 11 p.m. for me. I don't know. Time zones are weird.
Which race is this?
The F1 Japan.
Japan.
Oh.
One of my favorite circuits in the world.
It's a coworker recently was like, "Hey, have you ever seen F1?" And I'm like, "Nah, that's stupid. They just go in circles." And they're like, "No, it's not NASCAR." I was like, "Oh, okay, what is it?" And they're like, "Watch Drive to Survive, and then watch Ford versus Ferrari, and then watch the Michael Schumacher documentary." And I was like, "Sick, I'll do that." And then I did, and I was like, "F1's freaking cool." Don't know why it took so long to get,
Probably the closest in the US is IndyCar, I think.
yeah.
But it's nowhere near the
No,
technology levels.
no.
Up at the top of the island here is Kahuku Point. It's the northernmost point of Oahu. And we're going to turn southwest past the Turtle Bay Resort, Sunset Beach, the Bonsai Pipeline, and Waimea Bay. If any of you are surf aficionados, well, they're famous places in the world of surfing.
Yeah, we need a surfer mod so we can go and buzz all the surfers, all right?
Yeah.
This is Oahu's famous North Shore.
Why have I got the hankering for a ham and pineapple pizza right now?
Yeah.
Ew! Ew!
I agree with that. Not with Rexpo.
Gag me with a backhoe. Pineapple does not
Yeah.
belong on pizza.
Pineapple absolutely belongs on pizza, and so does corn.
Corn I got. Pineapple never.
Yeah, I've never got having fruit with savoury food. Never got it.
Oh, I love it.
Anchovy doesn't hurt.
Anchovy's not a fruit.
Yeah, everybody knows anchovies are vegetables.
Well, tomatoes go on pizza.
They grow on trees, come on.
Tomatoes are on pizza, and tomatoes are a fruit, so haha, invalidated.
They are,
Yeah,
but don't put them
okay.
in fruit salad.
And don't dip them in chocolate fountains.
Oh God!
You think I'm joking?
Stop it, guys! You're making me hungry.
I really don't know you guys.
Yeah, I disown all of you, including myself.
If I don't get up, I'll see myself out.
Pizza. And that's all I'm gonna say.
If you all ever go to Oahu, the Pearl Harbor museums are not to be missed.
Oh yeah, it's
They're incredible.
Yep.
I've not been to the new Pearl Harbor Museum. That they had to replace the old one because it was originally built on fill and it was sinking. And they tore it down, built the land up, and rebuilt it. But a little story about the USS Arizona Memorial. When I was a kid growing up in Phoenix in the early 50s, at the state fair every year they had a big triple booth with photographs of the Arizona and the silver service of the Arizona, which had been recovered. And they were asking for donations to build the memorial. So every year I set aside a little bit of my Midway money and dropped it in the jar there. So the Pearl Harbor Arizona Memorial is important to me because I helped build the damn thing. And
Nice.
it's quite impressive to go there. It's you no loud voices, very reverent, and there are still I forget how many sailors that are entombed there, and people who served on the crew were able to have their remains placed down there so they could be buried with their shipmates. A very large number of Japanese tourists come to pay their respects.
Yes, because you nuked them. I mean, that was the ultimate end. You know, they started with Pearl Harbor and ended with the nukes, right? Pretty much.
Yep,
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, you know, if
And
you
in
saw
between,
oh, sorry.
yeah, sorry, and in between it was just naval battles back towards Japan, wasn't it? Pretty much.
Naval battles and island battles. Those
Island battles, yeah, yeah, exactly.
Island battles were pretty brutal.
Yeah. So what I was gonna say is, you know, there's a Seconds from Disaster episode about Pearl Harbor, how it was really just such a total disaster for the Empire of Japan.
Oh, in the long run, yes.
I mean, if you just watch that episode, you know, they really tell you that the Japanese really fucked up because they missed like a golden opportunity to really put a serious dent in America's, oh, part of my language, America's ability to fight in the war, but they didn't. And one of those aircraft carriers in Pearl Harbor that day went on to launch one of the, I don't know if it was one, if they actually launched the nuke. No, the Enola Gay took off from a airfield, I'm pretty sure, but I'm pretty sure at least one of those carriers definitely played a key role in one of the Japanese naval defeats later on.
There were, I don't know where you're getting your information because there were no carriers in Pearl at the time of the attack. None. They were all out at sea.
Or at least one of the battleships that played a role. I don't know if it was an aircraft carrier, but at least one major. I think it was Lexington, was it? The battleship
Well,
Lexington that
Lexington
was
was
in.
a carrier, and I believe she was sunk at Coral Sea,
Uh,
if I'm
well,
not
anyways,
mistaken.
but I'll have to watch the episode again. But they make it pretty clear that the Japanese could have done a lot more damage. They could have.
Well, I think the biggest mistake they made, other than picking on the U.S. in the first place, was probably to not launch the third wave and take out all the fuel dumps.
Yeah, but you got to remember naval command in the Japanese Navy at the time was pretty much democratic. You know, there wasn't. You know, each admiral had a group of guys around him who advised them, and you know, and they made decisions, and then they also got orders down from high command, which sort of counteracted exactly the whole point of the whole mission. So a lot of it was their you know, how they make their decision making, you know,
Yeah,
especially
they're
under battle conditions. The organization of it was, well, too many cooks, you know.
Yeah. But I think in that particular, because they had strict radio silence, couldn't really communicate. I think Nagumo had complete authority in that one.
Yeah, I think on that one it did, but a lot of the later battles they would have obviously radio relay.
Command by committee.
Yeah, command by committee and command by people who aren't on the ground. Yeah, so I remember seeing something about that and how it was, how the whole, well, they don't have a navy now, they have a defence force, but how that is now all changed. Their whole command structure's changed so that that can't happen again. And that's from the Second World War, and it's only fairly recently they did it.
Okay, we're going to head out now on the opposite side of downtown Honolulu and overfly the Punch Bowl. And the Punch Bowl is a volcanic crater. Another one. Guess what? There's tons of them in Hawaii. The Punch Bowl is home to the National Cemetery of the Pacific, where many World War II American dead are buried.
What, this whole area is volcanic, you're saying, Rexpo?
Yeah, how about that? That's amazing.
All of Hawaii is volcanic.
No joke.
You say?
That's you're gonna find on the Big Islands. It's the world's largest hill.
Oh yeah, biggest mountain in the world if you measure it from base to top.
Yeah, but you'll notice that on the Big Island, like everywhere you go in one direction, it's uphill, and everywhere you go the other direction, it's downhill, like the whole way up.
Yeah. Well, when we do Maui, we'll go up to Haleakala crater, which is an older crater than Mauna Loa or Mauna Kea, and we'll see if we can land up there in Haleakala crater.
Oh, I've been there.
Yep, oh yeah.
I've been there real life too. It's really cool.
Yeah, I have too. It's great. It's
really
not
nice.
for. I'm doing a pass over the Punch Bowl here.
Well, I tell you, it's just too funny to watch how many people are sitting there at the international airport. They come in all filing their flight plans to go everywhere else on the planet. There's a lot of players in there.
Get my wings and salute as I overfly the Punch Bowl.
Oh yeah, well, you know, it's interesting. The F-35 has like all these like tactical radars, like, but I don't know if you can put the actual traffic on them now that the new update. I don't think they did that for the F-35. Whoever actually has the plane.
No, it doesn't.
And on to Panda.
Like you go to TSD1 in the menu, like the. Oh wait, actually, I think it does. No kidding.
So I think that's only in the improvement mod, but not in the default.
Well, the improvement mod's free. Get it.
Yeah. Mind sending me a link to it?
It's on flightsim.to. I don't have the exact link. I'm playing in VR right now. But yeah, you should be able to find it pretty easily.
Okay.
I don't think it tells you if they're above or below. I think it does. No, I don't think it does, but I'll take it.
Plus these guys down here. Oh, nearly took his wing off. Hey, this looks familiar, Expo. We've been here
You
before.
think? Yeah, deja vu, huh?
Yeah.
All over again.
Sure, I may have lost all the traffic anyway. Again.
Panda's a fun little strip. You'll like it. 1,900 feet dirt and hard to see from the air.
Great.
Yeah, I was worrying about that plane that I don't handle that well. I want my gravel back.
Yeah. You could always lawn dart it from 10,000 feet.
Actually, I second what I said. I don't think it actually shows the aircraft. I think it was just showing like approach points or something to the Honolulu airport. That's what was showing up on that tactical map. So, sorry I got your hopes up.
I'll just bring him back down again.
Well, I'll try threat warning display, see what that does.
By the way, rumor has it that the locals at Panda are roasting a pig in our honor.
Oh, I'm all for eating.
Yeah. But you know, there's a saying on Molokai that if you ask where like the luxury hotel is or anything like that you would do on Maui, they'll give you directions. They'll actually direct you back to the airport. And then you'll say, "Oh, there it is." What? The airport? Oh, you don't want me here, I guess.
I've never been on Molokai.
It's very extremely laid back. Like you're not gonna find any of like the touristy stuff or like luxury Instagrammable hotels. It's like very like basic living. Like there's like one hotel that has a pool, kind of counts as like a real hotel, but there's a saying that there's no building that's taller than the trees
Cool.
on the whole
I
island.
like that.
Yeah, me too.
I kind of like that. I think Lanai's kind of the same way, but I've not been there either.
Well, Lanai does have a really expensive like Four Seasons resort. Like really expensive. It's like a wellness retreat.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that. Stuff that's coming up, Maui and Lanai and Molokai. I don't know that there's a lot of freeware available for them. There's a bunch of payware airports from Northern Sky Simulations that are pretty good. They're not terribly expensive. I have them all because I fly in the islands all the time.
You know what I would like to see? I just need to put the boom overture, like that future supersonic plane they're trying to develop. At least someone could come up with like for this sim, just how it ideally would be if it actually existed yet.
A fictional aircraft.
Yeah, we already have the Dark Star, the Pelican.
Why not? If somebody wants to develop it,
yeah,
yes, they could.
I'd stay. I'd like to have a more modern Concorde.
Meh.
I mean, I have the Concorde, but I haven't flown it in a while.
So I hope you know where you're going because I'm just gonna follow you.
You're shit out of luck, pal. I kind of know where I'm going. I think
This
I see. I think
this
I see
isn't
the
even the right island.
Yeah, it is.
No,
Right
this
to
is
the right
Molokai.
island. All right. Get a little flap here. I'm about 4 miles from Panda.
Oh, I don't have the flight plan. Are we just landing, or is that it, or are we
This is
gonna
it. This
cruise
is
around?
destination.
Yeah, there's a little airport down here.
It's a 1,900-foot dirt strip.
Thank you, Rexpo. That's
You got-
gonna in my that's gonna be one of those ending in disaster flights, but hey.
It could be. Yeah. It's possible. The rest of it wasn't terribly challenging, so I thought I'd throw a little bit in at the end. We are bush pilots, after all.
That is true.
I don't know if I'm even gonna find this. Well, at least I can VTOL this baby. Oh yeah.
There you go. What are you sweating it for? No worries.
All right, get Stovall mode going.
I can't even see the damn strip.
Oh, I think I'm a little high for that.
Yeah, you're a bit high for Stovall.
There it is.
Oh yeah. See, now you know how remote it is. It's like there's like nothing out here on Molokai. It is nice though.
On short final here. Ah! Need power, need power. Don't stall, don't stall. Well, I've just overflown the strip. I'm going around.
Yeah, I need to do a visual approach because I don't really know what I'm looking to shoot onto.
Wait for me. I know right where I'm going now.
Oh, is that it down there?
Too high and too hot.
Wait, is that it down there?
It's the only thing that looks like an airstrip. Actually, there's fields there that you can probably land in, so it's all good. AK's on it, Wayland's on it.
Am I? I'm not sure.
There you go. Get right over it.
There it is. Yep. Disaster, here I come.
Low speed stalls in the P-38 are unrecoverable, by the way.
Yeah, I checked that theory out back at Wheeler.
Oh, I'm way too hot. I am way too hot. I am way too hot.
See, this is how you stall. Look at this. I'm going 16 knots. I'm not falling.
Ah! Well, there I am on my...
Nice landing, Rexpo.
You like that? That's a stall landing, all right.
Oh, you definitely stopped short.
Yeah, something about landing in a tree. Now, where the hell did the airfield go? There it is.
But yeah, thanks for putting the flight together, as always.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to use that language. We use it all the time. But
I think we've all heard it before.
no, I did not mean to do that here. I know we're a little sensitive about that, so I won't do that again.
What? Like swearing language?
Yeah. The thing is, like, we kind of, at least in day-to-day life, at least for me, it seems people throw those words around all the time.
Yeah, we don't
Unlike
care.
it used to be.
Well,
yeah.
I again tested the theory of low speed stall.
Yeah, they're murder in the P-38.
Yep.
Alright, but anyways, thanks for the flight. I'll get you the next one.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's good hearing from you again.
taxiing down here to what I believe is the airport. After, hey, wrenching in the weeds. I'll just follow Deanne here. He knows where he's going. Kind of.
Yeah, I think it's actually this strip over here, according to little nav map.
Yep. That's it.
Don't think much of the terminal building there.
No, it's that's it. I can see the smoke from the barbecue pit there.
Got it. Dragon's got it. Dragon's got it. Dragon's got it.
Dragon's gear's not down.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I see his gear.
Oh, I didn't.
How far away from the strip are you?
Right on it.
Yeah, you're right on it. Yeah, I didn't see gear on a few aircraft earlier, but I did see gear on Dragons. That's fine.
Yeah, somebody didn't see it on mine. Matter of fact.
I don't think this counts as a landing.
AK nailed it.
Thing about the Y button, it gives me as many times as I can to try and land this thing.
Yeah, love that yeet button.
Yeet.
Yeet.
Really helps.
You're on
if
your
you
back.
know where you're
Hit
going.
yeet again. And F4, and you're at 4,000 feet before you know it. What a hoot and a holler, guys.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, some good scenery.
Again. Oh yeah.
Well, so tomorrow I get to spend the next couple of days setting up some couple of computers for youth aviators in the EAA chapter up here in Alaska.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Awesome thing to do.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping to get some kids doing some group flights and explore the world as a kid style. So it should be a lot of fun, I hope.
Yeah, what I would do with that AK is start with all the graphics settings down.
Yep.
So, you know, stutter free and, you know, massive frame rates, and
Yep.
then just dial it up a bit, you know, just to make it pretty, but no more than that, because,
Right.
yeah, kids don't understand if it starts stuttering and stuff like that. You know,
Yeah,
you'll have to come in and swear at them about a sober.
Well, yeah, that's what he's like early was it early sim opinions. Who the heck built this? Is not like whatever Call of Duty or something. This program
Yeah,
crashes all the time. It's like,
yeah,
hey, we're not here to shoot anybody up. But I will say it's been interesting because I've had to reset my sim back to all of the assistance, you know, the pegs for the airports and all
sure.
this stuff that I haven't flown. You know, I've been flying without, and I'm like, how, how does this stuff work again? Yeah. So yeah, I'll just keep you guys posted, and I can always input and feedback and advice. Well appreciated, plus a boatload of patience and stronger coffee. But yeah, I'm hoping it'll be a lot of fun.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think kids get it anyway, don't they?
Yeah.
Pretty much, you know, so they'll have all, you know, you won't have to teach them how to use controllers and stuff like that. So that's
Oh
not
yeah.
going to be the bit. It's just going to be, you know, don't fly like me, fly properly.
Right. Yeah, that's right. So, hey,
I
great
mean,
flight again, Rexpo.
yeah,
Thank you,
good
sir.
one.
Appreciate it. Hey, next week, be thinking bush planes, because we'll probably, I don't know if you can actually land in Haleakala Crater or not. I will try it.
Oh, we
And
can.
if we can, we will.
There you go.
And if we can't, we eat.
That's right. Yeah.
Also, there are some, I'll post them online. There's some freeware mods for the telescope on Haleakala. It's by Droid, who does a ton of telescopes. And Haleakala is at 14,000 feet, and there's, I don't know, at least a half a dozen. No,
Cool.
I think of Mauna Kea. Well, anyway, there's observatories up there, and it's kind of cool
Sweet.
to see them land on them. I've been
Yeah.
up there and had to get the hell down because I couldn't breathe at that altitude.
It's
Fucking COPD, guys. If you don't smoke, don't start. Okay. Give yourself a break. I won't preach on that anymore.
alrighty. You guys take care. We'll talk to you. See you again. Have a good week.
All right.
Yeah,
Cheers,
have a good
guys.
week. See you
Thanks
next
so
week.
much for
Thanks
coming.
for organizing.
Uh-huh.
Bye bye.
Thanks again, Rexpo. Take
Well,
care.
you betcha.